Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Barbeno's World. I'm starting this video off in creative mode where I've started to plan out a gold farm. And yeah, I mentioned I'd be working on a gold farm this episode, and I built it up right here in creative. As you can see, it's quite large. This farm is composed of 6 spawning floors made out of magma blocks. I use magma blocks with 2 spaces in between each spawning floor so that only zombified piglins can spawn, which are the mobs that we need to kill to get gold. This carpet mod feature shows that zombified piglins are the only mobs that can both spawn and fit on this block. In order to kill the zombified piglins, we use turtle eggs, and the turtle eggs attract the zombified piglins. And they think they can get to them, but actually there's trapdoors there, and the trapdoors are open, so they end up just falling to their deaths. When they spawn in any of these spaces, they will notice the egg after about 2 seconds and start walking and immediately fall to their death. That means that the longest a piglin can survive for is really not that long. It would be about that fast, and yeah, that means the mob cap gets freed up extremely quickly for other mobs to spawn. In order to test this farm, I'm going to go AFK at build height. When we're AFKing up here, we can run the tick warp command to make the game run as fast as possible without causing server lag. By using this feature, we can check how fast this farm is exactly and how many items we're going to need to be handling. Using carpet mod, we can also use the hopper counter feature. After about 1 hour of tick warping, we can see that we were able to get about 6,000 gold nuggets per hour, and that's equal to more than 10 stacks of gold ingots, which will be great for bartering with our piglins. Also, you can see that there are about 12,000 zombified piglin spawns per hour, and that the mob cap is never being filled, which is really great. Okay, since I observed that I was never really hitting mob cap with this farm, and it wasn't producing items too fast for the hoppers, I think I could expand it, but I don't know if I really need to, because 10 stacks of ingots per hour is pretty good. So I'm going to go over to survival and start collecting the resources for this farm, and basically if I find it easy to collect all of these magma blocks, I'll build more layers, and if it's quite difficult to collect the magma blocks and turtle eggs, I will not build too many. I'm back in survival, and off camera I've already collected all the resources I need to build this farm, and it actually took me quite a while to collect all of these magma blocks, but this should be enough to build 8 floors of our farm. I also got these new Frostwalker boots for my villagers, which means that we can walk on magma blocks without taking any damage. I also got these 5 turtle eggs for my turtles, and a bunch of trapdoors for my wood farm. Here's the first part of the system. It's just a bunch of auto droppers in a row, and they work the same as I showed you in the piglin farm. When you put items in them, they should automatically shoot them out. Okay, here is the killing floor, and we're at Y coordinate 132, and we have to build up 24 blocks to 156, where we're going to put the first spawning floor. Now up here, we're going to go out 2 blocks, and now we can start putting magma blocks out. We need to go out 10 blocks. On this block in the center, we need to put a turtle egg and surround that with trapdoors so it's protected. We also need to put a trapdoor here. And then remove all of these blocks. Now we need to complete the spawning floor by building out an octagon shape all around this. Okay, so here's the first spawning platform completed, and all I have to do now is build 7 more, the same as this one, with 2 block spaces in between them. Okay, we're halfway done, and we've built 4 spawning floors so far. It's looking pretty good, and I guess I just have to keep going. Okay, I finally finished all 8 spawning floors, and yeah, the only thing I have left to do is to add the glass bits on the top to stop magma cubes and gas from spawning on the top layer. Alright everyone, I've fully completed the farm, and as you can see, there are a ton of pigmen dying down there at the bottom, and I'm not even AFKing in the perfect spot for it. So all I have to do is set up the AFK spot, and then I have to figure out some way to collect all of the goods. Alright, for the collection system here, as I said, I'm going to be transporting all of the items to the overworld, where I'm going to be sorting it using a water stream based item sorting system. So I've kind of been putting this off, and I'm a bit worried about where I'll end up when I go through the portal, but I guess we'll just have to see. Okay, I mean it could be worse, I guess. We're just literally in the middle of the ocean. So I suppose we could just build the sorting system way up into in the sky, and yeah, just have all of the items get sorted up here. This is actually very bad, guys. I think I'm gonna die. I have 1 heart right now, and I'm drowning, and I'm being attacked by trident-wielding drowns. So, yeah, I don't really know what to do. I'm just gonna try to not die. Nice! Okay, I'm back on top of the ocean in the item collection area, and I've been trying to build up these water streams to take all of the items over the hoppers for the item sorting system. And this one is going to be for all of the piglin bartering goods, and that one is going to be for all of the gold. But unfortunately, I just realized that I completely built it wrong, and the water streams shouldn't be going behind the hoppers. They should actually be going in front of them, because we need to put in some auto sorting modules behind the hoppers here, and the water streams will get in the way of them. So I'm going to have to rebuild all of these water streams over here instead of behind there. Okay, so I've finished all of the water streams, and they should be working now, and there's room behind them for me to add the item sorters, which I will be doing soon. Just before I do that, I want to test out if this system is working. So I'm going to go over to the gold farm and AFK there for a few minutes and make sure all of the items get put into these chests on the left. so that was kind of a total disaster. When I came back through this portal, there was pigmen everywhere. I had to kill them all, but I'm pretty sure that's because they spawned inside of the nether portal frame and they were teleported immediately. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to spawn proof nether portals, which shouldn't be too difficult, but yeah. And yeah, the other thing that happened was a lot of the items were just sitting right here on the bottom obsidian block, which kind of sucked. And yeah, there's like the majority of the items were on this, and then a few items ended up in this chest. Okay, hopefully now I fixed all of the problems. On the nether side, I tried to fix the problem with pigmen spawning by just spamming a bunch of sea lanterns around, and I was able to raise the light level in the portals to at least 12 on each of the blocks, which is high enough that zombie pigmen won't spawn. And on this side, as you saw before, I lowered the obsidian down by 1 block. Alright, so that issue with the item lossage was really bothering me, so I developed a whole new auto dropper system, which is here. It's kind of a lot more expensive because it uses 4 observers instead of 2, but hopefully that means that we won't lose any resources. So what I'm going to do is put 64 redstone dust in this dropper, and it should get transported through the portal automatically, as you can see like this, and then I can check the amount that gets collected on the other side using this command. So as you can see here in the bottom left, we got exactly 64 redstone dust from that test. So hopefully that means that this system will be at least mostly, if not completely, lossless. Okay, so I tried building up that design in survival, and it totally didn't work. I was still losing a lot of items, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna do cut, and then I'll get back to you when I've solved all of these problems, and yeah, hopefully everything will be working. Okay, welcome back everyone, and I've finally finished the item collection system, and here it is. I'll show you how it works quickly, and basically, as you saw in the nether, all of the items get shot through the portal, and they end up on either this side or on the other side. If they end up on this side, that means that they're from the bartering farm, so they go this way into this elevator, which pushes them onto this chest, which aligns them with these hoppers at the back, and they get sorted out into all of these chests. So these are all the different stackable items that you can get from bartering, and over here is just the overflow for the bartering farm. And yeah, this will just be all of the non-stackable items that you can get, like potions and books and stuff. On this side, all of these chests are just for gold. So when items from the gold farm come out, they go here, up the elevator, and across these chests. All of these item sorters just sort out gold, and all of the other byproducts from the gold farm just end up on this cactus where they get destroyed. So, as you can see here, I AFK'd at the gold farm for just a few minutes, and I got this much gold nuggets, and also I lost only like less than half a stack of nuggets because of this transportation system. Now what I'm going to do is craft all of these up into ingots and put them into my bartering farm. Ingots in here, and yeah, the piglins have immediately started bartering, and they'll be throwing stuff down. Okay, so all of the gold has been bartered, and let's check on the results. We have 22 iron ingots, over a stack of quartz, a stack of glowstone. We don't have any magma cream, but that's just because the filter hopper is still filling up. a bit of string, no fire charges, but that's because they're in the filter hopper, gravel, leather, nether brick, obsidian, and crying obsidian, which are quite rare, and we have soul sand and ender pearls. Very nice. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Barbeno's World, in which we built an incredibly large gold farm and item collection area to handle all of the drops from that farm, as well as our piglin bartering farm. In the next episode, we'll probably get back to working on the castle and try building up some simpler nether update farms. Goodbye.